What up, what up, what up, gang? We back for a reaction. This one's gonna be coming from Omizi. YourRage, painful betrayal broke the internet's heart. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with YourRage, but I'm definitely gonna get myself acclimated to who he is and his content. Apparently, his best friend stole 100 racks from him. That's gotta suck. You know, trust your homie and they do you like that? Sucks, man. That really does suck. Oh, by the way, as y'all can see, I got a sofa here now. Got a couple pillows back there, so no more air mattress. No more of that. Let's get to this video.
Today's the day I found out my best friend, 25 years, has been stealing from me. 50 bands minimum. My dog wouldn't get anything for this gang. When you got locked up, who was there for you? You. When you was homeless, who was there for you? You. Whose house have you been living in for a year, gang? Yours, bro. So what the
I'm dressed for a funeral, sad as it is to say. Our favorite creators have always had people that have been family members or childhood friends that have been considered as family members closely tied to them. Agent has his literal cousin Waleed, who started off as an editor, became a cameraman, and is tied to the hip to him. Duke has his actual brother Davo, who goes everywhere with him. Kaisenet has his brothers and his best friends Tylil and Punga with him. These people were there for you when it was just a camera and a dream. They were there for you when nobody believed in you. But what happens when they take advantage of that kindness and stop seeing that relationship as some sort of brother or family member and start to see it as something that can be benefited from financially? YourRage is a best friend of 25 years. Mind you, Rage is just like 30 years old or something like that. Was exposed on the internet for taking advantage of him for financial gain while Rage was providing housing, jobs, money, and other opportunities and supporting him at his lowest moments. So the real story isn't just about the money that was allegedly stolen. It's about how streamer YourRage has built something so successful that he can build something that he can take care of people who he's loved, only to learn that love and loyalty is not returned. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Be a part of my journey. Take care of me so I can take care of you. Just don't snake me in the end. Now, back into the video. Coming to the internet in a shaky voice and eyes watering as if he was just cutting onions, YourRage exposed his friend, his brother, and a part of the community. This didn't feel like normal streamer drama. This felt like betrayal happening in real time. Greg just wasn't in anybody. This wasn't some manager or some cameraman that he had hired down the line. This was somebody who had put in 25 years of Rage's 30 years of living. I keep pushing him up. He's 28. Really, he's turning 29 this year, but that's most of his life. This is somebody who saw the ups and downs of Rage, and Rage saw the ups and downs of him. This is somebody who the YRG community saw because, like I stated earlier in the video, streamers have close connections with their friends and their families. When they're starting in this game, they bring up usually the people who they came up with because nobody knows what they're doing. They're just kind of figuring this out. So it's tough to really see.
Which is understandable because, you know, in any line of work that you're doing, whether it be streaming, rapping, acting, singing, you always gonna have that one person or two that's been with you, got it out the mud. Y'all was sandbox friends, and you're like, yo, I'm bringing you with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bringing you with me. But you still gotta vet people out. And money changes people, surprisingly enough. When you get into this space and you've been in it long enough, and your friends, you know, they see the type of money you getting, you start getting jealous, like, he ain't gonna mind. Let me just, you know, take a good 10 racks. Oh, okay, let me take 20. And you just keep going, you know? That's kind of how it is.
Somebody that was close to him in this fashion really betray him and snake him like he did.
I met him. I never would have thought he was like this. And the thing is, now it's unfortunate, bro. Now that boy Rage really got to like look out. You know, because now you got to think about it, man. This individual has nothing else to live for. This nigga don't got no job. I mean, depending on how much money he actually took, this man ain't got no money saved up. You know what I'm saying? This nigga truly has nothing to live for right now. And I'm saying in the aspect of like, for Josh's safety. Bro.
It'd be one thing if you took that money and you flipped it. Like, all right, I stole from my mans, but I put this money in an account, interest-bearing account, or I put it in some stocks, and we seen some exponential growth, and you 10x that money or 5x it. You ain't do none of that. You probably was blowing it on nonsense.
It's like you could have asked for like a job. You could have asked for like, bro, listen, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Let me be like something. Like, let me put me on to like working. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this goes for somebody in the chat. One of y'all chilling with y'all rich homies, bro, ask for a job, gang. There's no point in stealing. Stop skimming off the top. Cause bro, I'm telling you, this shit happens more than you think.
And I agree with what Dean the Great just said there. You can never expect somebody in this position to do this exact same thing. But he made a statement in a comment saying that he could have just asked for a job. He could have just asked for opportunity. He could have asked him for.
You know how it is, man. Niggas in their pride. Like, I'm not about to ask my homie for no damn job. I'm just gonna stick around. I'm just gonna be like a tag along. You know, wherever he go, I go. Whatever money he make, I make. That's all that was. He's like, I'm not going to take on no job, but I'll be your homie. I'll be around. Like, that's my job, to be your friend.
Some money, but truly and honestly speaking, that's not how envy, that's not how jealousy works in these situations. I don't want to overanalyze, but I think we've all been through situations in which we've known somebody, had a friend be jealous of us or somebody that we knew. And for what it's worth, if you did not have that situation, you were probably the jealous one. But it's kind of hard sitting back and seeing success of others while you are maybe not even struggling, but not having the success that they're having. And you want to fast track all those things. And I think that's exactly what happened in this whole Greg situation. And I know what some people are already thinking, $50,000 is a lot of money. And for what it's worth, it is a ton of money. But honestly, and ultimately at the end of the day, I don't even think it's about the money. The money part isn't what's hitting the hardest right now. Money can come and go. What YourRage lost in this situation will come back to him tenfold and in a fast way. The painful part is that he gave Greg more than just money. He gave him an ear. He gave him a home. He gave him food. He gave him love, all those things. And you can't get those things back, especially after finding out that you were manipulated and taken advantage of. Sometimes you give people everything and they still want to take more. This is why YourRage sounds so hurt in this situation. He's not just saying this person stole from me. He's saying, hey, I carried this person through some of the hardest parts of their life and he still betrayed me. Sure, the money exposed the situation, but I'm gonna be honest with you. The real damage was the broken loyalty. Because when somebody this close to you betrays you, it makes you question everyone and everything.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, family sometimes is hard to trust. You know, the one person that you always could feel like you could confide in is your best friend, your sandbox friend. You've been knowing for 20 plus years. Y'all got it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And for that to happen, it's like, damn, well, who can I trust? I can't trust nobody. If I can't trust my friend, I can't trust you. It's crazy, man.
Around you in every facet of this relationship. You know what's really probably messed up in this whole thing is that I know for a fact, based off of how close they were and just how streamers operate, there was probably a level of, let's just say, looseness to how they probably dealt with each other anyway, specifically in the financial realm. What I'm trying to say is that Rage probably just gave him his card. And that's kind of verified in one of the portions of the video where Greg tries to use that as some sort of excuse.
Whose house have you been living in for a year, gang?
Yours, bro.
So what the fuck?
You gave me the card, bro. You gave me the card, gang.
And did what? Wait, when did I give you the card? For what? What did I give you the card for?
No, you didn't. I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah, he did give Greg his card, and I know people are probably questioning that, but
here's my thing, though. I understand you're upset. That's your friend. He stole 100 racks from you. But why must you televise this for the world to see? Sometimes some things are not meant for the internet. And it almost comes off like, okay, my man stole from me, but instead of just doing it low key, I'm going to broadcast it for the world because I want them to see me humiliate this nigga because he stole from me. Sometimes some things ain't just meant to be on the internet. Or we would have just been like, yo, what happened to such and such? Oh, yo, I'm moving different now. I'm moving without him. You know what I'm saying? We had a little misunderstanding, but, you know, we all cool. But to put it on the internet, it's just kind of like, yo, some things is not meant to be on the internet, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
That just shows how locked in Greg and YourRage were, but that does not mean that you just take advantage of this. I gave you my card just in case we needed to go to the store because we were out of mustard or you wanted to buy some cheese, or hell, it was even your birthday and you wanted to go buy some shoes. Not run up a bill that was at the bare minimum $50,000. That does not make sense. That is not me giving you my card. And I'm glad that Greg caught himself before it really, really got ugly and YourRage exposed the nonsense and BS that he was about to spew. And so now you've got to ask yourself, somebody like this who would take advantage of me in this situation, was this person really my brother, or was this person just getting close enough to me to benefit off of what I had going on? See, I don't think Rage was grieving the money at all. He was grieving the fact that 25 years worth of loyalty, that's from the sandbox, ladies and gentlemen, is just gone out the way. What made this situation even more uncomfortable is that in front of him, Greg is standing. That's somewhere off in a distance. He's having to face the music in real time.
You gave gave me the card, gang.
And did what? Wait, when did I give you the card? For what? What did I give you the card for?
No, you didn't. I'm wrong.
Gang.
You told me.
You stand right there, bro. I don't want you nothing. You don't what? I don't want to see you again, gang. Ever again in my life. I swear to God. I see you again, and I will. I'm doing you a fucking favor right now, nigga. I don't ever want to see you again, my nigga. Get the fuck out. Get on. Dead ass. Get on. I don't want to hear nothing.
Of course, YourRage looks disheveled and distraught because his friend just snaked him. Greg looks. I don't know. Is he in his underwear?
That's what I said.
He needs some lip balm so bad. And I'm not saying this to really poke fun or prod at the situation, but I think it just shows the gravity of the actual situation. Rage looks hurt as hell. Greg looks ashamed, and rightfully so. And this is why I have trouble with these things being on the internet. Now, of course, I think
exactly. You see, Omizi is thinking like how I'm thinking. This is not for the internet to see. It's one thing for you and your mans to have a falling out or whatever, and we find out about it later on when we don't see you no longer moving around with him. Like, yo, what happened to such and such? But to broadcast it like this while the nigga is in his trousers, it's like, yo, what's up? You feel me?
It could have and should have been spoken on the fact that Greg did steal from him. He's a big part of the community, so not seeing him going forward would have YRG asking a bunch of questions, naturally speaking. But also, based off of these clips that I'm watching, this is like a lose-lose situation. The whole video has this uncomfortable feeling. Rage may have exposed him, but he doesn't look relieved in the slightest. He looked like someone who had finally accepted that the person that he loved is betraying him. Because don't get it twisted. I'm almost 1,000% certain as well that there was chances and chances given, and Greg took those chances over and over again and still took advantage of them. I don't think it was just one day that it popped up that Greg had stole $50,000 from YourRage at bare minimum. There were probably signs here, there were probably signs there, but all of a sudden it just became so undeniable that it had to be called out. I think this is why the clip hit so hard for so many people. It didn't feel like Rage was trying to farm any sort of content. It felt like Rage was trying to process a betrayal in real time. This didn't feel like Rage was trying to destroy Greg, for what it's worth. It felt like Rage realizing that Greg had already destroyed them in their relationship. And I think this is where the story becomes bigger, because there is a problem that a lot of these successful streamers face when they get to this level.
You know, in life, man, if you are blessed enough to be able to provide people with opportunities and comfort, a lot of people are gonna be willing to take. It's in their selfish human nature. But you would hope that it's at least reciprocated with love.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. You know, loyalty, love. But then, like I said, also, you took this money, but then you made him money. Like, I flipped it. Like, yo, look what I did with this. Yeah, I took this money from you. I probably should have told you what I was doing it for. But hey, yo, look what I did. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I should pretty much disown you or just disassociate myself. But I appreciate you coming to me like a man and telling me what you did and what you was able to do, and it worked out in your favor. But to just take the money, yeah, nah. It gives opportunists
loyalty, love, whatever else, you know? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't even feel sorry for a nigga, bro. Because it's like, I think it's in us. I think it's within humans to just see somebody crying like this and then to feel bad for them. But like, stealing money is like a choice, man. You know? Backdooring your mans is a choice, bro. Come on, gang. You living free. You get mad opportunities.
I want to put people in the mind of a streamer / content creator. You're young, you usually start off with like a PlayStation 5 or some blue snowball Yeti microphone. You start making videos, streaming, doing content, and then
that wasn't my beginnings. I wasn't using a blue mic, and I wasn't coming in with a PlayStation 5. I am getting a PlayStation 5 though for GTA 6. Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and join the cult or whatever. But no, that wasn't my start. But yeah.
And seemingly overnight, even though there were years put into this, you are all of a sudden making tons of money. Like literally the switch can flip. And it's not like these people are any sort of business savvy, professionally minded individuals. These are just people who are doing things for fun. And then the money started flowing in. The opportunity started flowing in. And some of the first thoughts is, hey, I want my friends to come along the journey with me. I want this person to be put on, that person to be put on, X, Y, and Z. And for what it's worth, life is hectic. You're going from left, right, up, and down. You haven't filed your taxes in 2 to 3 years. You don't even have a business bank account. There's been so many streamers and content creators that I've worked with that are doing everything out of like Cash App or Chime, literally getting sent tens of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis from like Google to a Chime account. No disrespect to Chime, but at some point you got to get an actual bank. And as a content creator, you just don't get comfortable in the chaos, but the people around you get comfortable in the chaos. Hey, this person isn't at home because they're at this award show, that award show, this award show, so I can take advantage of the car here and there. Or, hey, this person now has 2 or 3 business accounts and, you know, they're making $100,000 a month. So what is $600 gonna look like missing from their account? If I start wearing their shoes, if I start wearing their clothes, if I start using their name in the streets saying that, you know, I do this.
See, this is why you can't do stuff like that. You gotta basically, if you're gonna bring your people in on whatever it is that you're doing, you gotta start setting them up and getting them set up with opportunities if they have the right mindset. Because this could be dangerous. You having a friend that you bring along with you as you're making all of this money and getting popularity on the internet and being a content creator, and they're not putting their work in. They're just living and mooching off of you. You know what I'm saying? That is a dangerous combination. Nah, you gonna be rolling with me? Look, what you got going on? You feel me? And what can we do to get you where you need to be so that you can thrive and ascend like you see me? That way you're not depending on me, because I don't know how long this is going to last. And I already know with you mooching off of me and living off of me, when this all goes up in smoke, you won't be there to catch me or yourself. So nah, you're going to be hanging with me. Let's get you right. You know what I'm saying? What you got going on?
And the third and the fourth, maybe I use their secondary apartment because they're in Atlanta for 2 months. Blase, blase, blah. The creator may not mind because they feel like, hey, I take care of you. All I expect back is loyalty, respect, and love. But people have to realize that money changes relationships. Same person you see as family might start seeing you as access. The same help and generosity that you give to others, they might start feeling entitled to.
Yo, greed is like an insane thing, bro. Shit like this is scary, bro. Especially like seeing, like being around them. He was mad cool, dude. He was like super chill. And he fucking was taking money, bro. That shit's scary. Like, cause this is the thing, chat, and I understand it too. Cause you're like, it's probably like, yo, how does he not notice? How does he not notice? When you are doing so much shit and you are handling so much shit and you are like the bread maker and you trust somebody to like handle the things that you can't really do right now, you're not gonna be checking your account to make sure like, okay, so they not just taking some shit like and pocketing it and shit if I tell them to go do a little store run or some shit like that. You're just like, okay, I can trust this person. Like they're gonna do what needs to be done, and like I'm gonna take care of them for doing that. So it's like, yo, to be blindsided like this, I know that pissed him off when he said, bro, you gave me the card. Yeah, not to fucking siphon money from me. What the fuck?
And once someone gets comfortable depending on you, they might stop appreciating what you give and start looking at what they can take. And this is what makes the situation so painful, because it's not like Greg was stealing money because he needed to steal money. Like he needed this financially speaking. Rage was already helping him. He was already providing for him from a shelter perspective, from a food perspective, from a job opportunity perspective. All those things were provided for him. He was just taking for the sake of taking. I ain't gonna lie.
Why would you do? Why would you do that? I mean, I know why. Like, bro, money just changes people, especially if it's like right there, and you're thinking like, bro, how would they know? Like, they're making all this money. Like, how would they know if I'm taking a little bit here, taking a little bit there? Like, dude, they're not gonna know, and it's not like it's hurting them. Even if it didn't hurt him, it's your homie. Like literally someone you could probably ask for, like, yo, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. And I know like, I hate doing this and you know, but bro, if I could just get this and I could try to figure out how to pay you back. Bro, this is so fucked. And I feel super bad for bro. This is exactly why I just be like, it's so hard to trust people, bro. Especially when you're at the level.
That's why when you have friends, you got to set boundaries. Like, yeah, you've been my mans for 25 years, sandbox, you know, my man's 100 grand, all that. But, yo, when it comes to money, you know, 2 totally different things. Like, I'm not the same friend, essentially. Like, this is business. So if I'm entrusting you with my card, I expect you to do the right thing. If there's anything that you need, yo, just tell me. And we can discuss that. But to go and take the money and then go buy whatever and go splurge and spend it on a, you know, a female or something like that, or somebody else, that's a problem. It's a huge problem. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to watch people, man. When you start ascending, you know, in life, you really got to put people where they need to be. Friend, family, don't matter.
You're at, and you're in the situation you're in. You would think if for someone you knew for 25 years, they would not be one of them people.
At the end of the day, YourRage is going to come back to streaming and make that money in a month, maybe 2 tops. He'll be able to replace whatever other financial things Greg took from him, and he won't even remember it, to be quite honest with you. Hell, he probably wasn't missing that money in the first place. I know that sounds crazy. It was $50,000, but still. But what he will miss is
it was
the
100
person
racks.
that
It was 50
he,
grand?
you know, looked to talk to about relationships, friendships, family stuff. He'll miss that brotherhood, that kinship that he once had. He'll miss everything that Greg was providing. And ultimately, it was a lifetime. We're talking about 25 years of friendship, and he's 29 years old. So a lifetime of friendship, and what would look to be a lifetime more over some money. So while he can land a brand deal, or while he can do a marathon of streams in order to get that money back, there is no brand deal for loyalty. There is no brand deal for friendship. There is no way to AdSense your way back into losing somebody that you trusted for the past 25 years. Greg didn't just steal money. He stole the version of friendship Rage thought they had. I'm pretty sure all of us can relate to losing a friend, but this one gotta hurt the most.
Today's a day.
Oh, shout outs to him. Omizi, that is. Yeah, so in closing, listen, he will be begging to get back in YourRage's good graces. He will. Like, yo, I messed up. Please forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to be, you know, in charge of any money. You don't got to give me no, yo, just please, just please, just please. Once he realizes that the lifestyle that he has been living is no longer, and he now has to go back to wherever he was and have to, you know, pay for things, that's when it's going to really hit him. He's going to be like, yo, I got to get back in my man's good graces because, yo, you'll see. We'll see. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. If y'all have ever been sniped by one of your peoples, one of your friends, y'all let me know. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all check that like button, take the subway, and sound off in the comments section till your asses is kicked out. That being said, it's your boy Robbie. To the next video, we out.